This video will help you understand the new SEC assessment model, which will be implemented in 2025. SEC stands for Secondary Education Certificate, which is offered by the MATSEC Examinations Board within the University of Malta. Candidates registering for SEC may obtain a Level 3, Level 2 or Level 1 in a subject, where Level 3 is the highest level. Candidates will still be assessed through a final exam at the end of Year 11, which we refer to as controlled assessment. However, candidates will also be assessed throughout their studies by means of school-based assessment, SBA for short, as this is assessed by the candidate's school. SBA can take the form of any type of assessment that is deemed to be relevant to the respective SEC syllabus. It will also be a component of the final level awarded in the subject. It is a valid and flexible way to assess different skills using different assessment tools, particularly skills that cannot be assessed through the traditional pen and paper method: presentations, fieldwork, investigations, and project work, to mention a few. This allows the assessments to be closer to the teaching by providing students with realistic examples which the candidates can relate to. The SBA will be set at either Level 1 to 2 only or Level 1 to 2 to 3 and will be marked out of 100, where the highest level will have a larger allocation of marks. The syllabi will also be assessed through an end-of-course controlled assessment. Some subjects, such as languages or physical education, will also have an oral or practical component in addition to the written controlled assessment. The controlled assessment will be set and assessed by MATSEC in two options: Levels 1 to 2 and Levels 2 to 3, except for SEC Mathematics, which will have an additional option at Level 3 to 3 star. Candidates will also be able to choose which controlled assessment option they will sit for during Year 11 at registration stage. Should candidates meet the criteria, an overall level is then determined through the addition of the marks which a candidate would have scored in the SBA and the controlled assessment. The SBA has a weighting of 30% of the final level, whilst the control assessment accounts for the remaining 70%. In vocational subjects, candidates will be assessed through continuous assessment and controlled assessment. The continuous assessment will also include a school-based assessment component, assessing the practical criteria, which will have a 30% weighting. The controlled assessment for vocational subjects is set at Level 1, 2, and 3. When the results are received, candidates will not only know whether they were awarded the SEC in a subject at Level 1, 2 or 3, but will also know the marks scored in the SBA and the grade achieved in the controlled assessment. Candidates choosing to sit for the controlled assessment at Levels 2 to 3 may be awarded grades 1 to 7, whilst those sitting for Levels 1 to 2 may get from grade 6 to 8. Grade 1 is the highest possible grade. One thing to remember is that the entry criteria for students wishing to enter sixth forms is Level 3. Individuals studying a subject on an independent basis have to register as private candidates. Such candidates will sit for an extra controlled assessment instead of the SBA. This is pegged at Level 1, 2 and 3 and equivalent to 30% of the overall marks. If you have any questions, go to the MATSEC website or phone on 2340 2814 5 or 6.